Okay, everyone, if you are here, this is the video tutorial for how to write your Unit 4 crime scene final essay for our unit. Yesterday in class, we outlined some ideas that you would use in your essay. So today we're going to start putting the essay together by outlining it. So first thing you need to do is, if you have not done it already, is you need to click on this assignment here at the top of Google Classroom and open up this assignment that says Unit 4 Crime Scene True Crime Unit. So make sure you have this open now. So if you don't, pause the video and open this up. Okay, if you're back, I'm assuming you have this outline open. Now, most of the work we're going to be doing for the next couple of days over this essay will be done directly on this document. So yesterday, quick recap, we went over all the different texts and sources that we studied in this unit of the various types of true crime or crime scene units or cases that we covered. Then we talked about 8 different groups that could be directly affected by a crime. Remember, the essential question is who suffers when a crime is committed, and your job was to pick 3 of those groups and put them in this box. So down here you can see mine is not complete because I do not want to give you a full completed example. I just want to give you kind of an outline of what one would look like. But you notice I have my first group, direct victims. I would have a second group, and I would have a third group, and I should have 3 different examples for each one of them. Remember, those examples have to come from up here and only up here. And you have to use at least 6 different ones out of your 9 pieces of evidence. So this box should be completed right now before you can move to outlining your essay. So if it's not completed, you need to pause the video now and make sure that these boxes are filled in and done properly. So pause the video now and do that. Okay, if you're back, then I'm assuming you either already had the boxes completed or you went back and completed them. Okay, so for my example, I'm just going to do direct victims, and then you can notice I have 2 here. One was the husband from the Lamb to the Slaughter, and the other were the 7 deaths that occurred in the 1982 Chicago Tylenol murder case. Right? Yours can be different. You do not have to have these, so make sure that you choose the victims that you want to write about the most, or the categories that, or the examples that you want to use the most for yours. Okay? Now, if you scroll down here, it says now create your thesis statement. Take your 3 or 4, don't worry about the 4, in fact I'm going to delete that because we're only doing 3. Take your 3 groups, categories that suffer when a crime is committed, and create a thesis statement for your essay that your paper will set out to prove. Remember, an essay is something that you're trying to prove, and the thesis statement is basically your case. What am I trying to prove in my essay? What do I want to support? What do I want to prove? What do I want to argue? So, if you see, a thesis statement should be clear and clearly articulate for your reader what your essay is basically going to be arguing, what it's going to be about. Now, I went ahead and basically wrote a thesis statement for you, so you're all going to basically have the same thesis statement. So this is what it says. Through an analysis of numerous resources and texts related to crime, it is evident that the 3 main groups who suffer the most when a crime is committed are, and now here's where you're going to list your 3 groups that you have chosen. So you want to look up here at your box and you want to type out the 3 groups you've chosen. So it could be direct victims, and then comma, witnesses, and bystanders, comma, and then and society. Those are the 3 groups that you're going to do. Do not copy mine. You are doing the 3 groups that you are writing about. So look up here, look at the 3 groups that you've chosen, and write those out right here, right now. Pause the video and do that now. Okay, if you're back, then I'm assuming that you have your 3 groups listed, right? And you want to have them in the order that you're going to be talking about them in your essay, right? So just your 3 groups, right? So now you are ready to start the introduction paragraph. Remember, an essay has 5 paragraphs, 1 introduction, your first body paragraph, your second body paragraph, your third body paragraph, your fourth, and then obviously your conclusion. Those are 5 paragraphs total. All right. We're going to be working on just the introduction today. Now remember, we're arguing who suffers when a crime is committed. So an introduction paragraph, as you know, we've done this several times this year, usually wants to start off with a hook or attention-grabbing sentence. That's usually a sentence to get your reader's attention about your topic. A little background information on what your essay is going to be focusing about. That's your essential question. That's that right here. And then your thesis statement. That is always the last sentence of your introduction paragraph, because that's going to tell your reader what the rest of your paper is going to be about. This is important. Now, your thesis statement is already done, right? We already did it up here. So all you have to do is come up here, highlight it, go to Control C, come down here, and paste it in box number C. So you want to do that now. So pause the video and do that now. Okay, if you're back, then I'm assuming that you have your thesis statement copy and paste, which looks great. You should have a period at the end. Make sure you get that period at the end. Make sure everything looks nice and clean. Now you're ready to do the other two parts of your introduction. So part A is your attention grabber or your hook. Remember, this is like introducing like your topic. So if you really think about it, our essential question is who suffers when a crime is committed, right? But really, the topics we're talking about in this essay are crime and suffering, right? That's really the topics we're talking about, crime and suffering. So I would want to write an attention grabber or a hook that has to do with those topics, crime and suffering. A statement or two or a question to kind of draw your reader into your essay about crime or suffering. So sometimes people like to put a fact about crime. Sometimes people will put a powerful statement about crime in the opening lines. So you have to come up with this on your own. I cannot write this for you. So what you want to do is, think about what's a good strong statement that I can begin my essay with, right? And that makes it relatable to all my readers about either the topic of crime or suffering of a crime, or basically both. Right? So I want you to pause the video now and try to write an opening sentence or two or an opening question or two to draw your reader into your essay. So pause the video and do that now. Okay, if you're back, I'm assuming you have this box should be filled now. Now, if you're not 100% sure if your attention grabber is good, you can check it with me. Raise your hand, call me over, pause the video, and I'll be happy to check it for you. You could always have a friend who maybe, if there's a friend in class who's a good writer and you want to trust their opinion, maybe they can read it and give you some feedback on it. Or if you're confident, then you're ready to move on to the next part. Right? So, the next part is simply a little background information on our essential question. So what that means is our essential question is who suffers when a crime is committed. So you want to introduce your reader to this is the topic that you're talking about, right? So background information could be something like whenever a crime is committed, there are many groups, and then you would just write a little bit about this topic. Right? Don't go into any details. Don't talk at all about any of these stories yet. Don't talk about any crime in our world today. You're just giving some background. You're just setting up your essay. All right. So this should be anywhere, and I'll just kind of tell you, it should be anywhere from about 3 to 4 sentences. Some background information. 3 to 4 sentences, kind of giving your reader some insight into your essential question. In fact, you can even throw this essential question somewhere in your background information as well. So talk about, a little bit about what the focus of this essay is going to be on. But don't say the focus of this essay will be. Don't talk about your essay. Just write about this essential topic, right? So I want you to try to do that on your own. So pause the video right now and do anywhere from about 3 to 4 sentences on this essential question. All right, if you're back, then I'm assuming you have your attention grabber done. I'm assuming you have your background information done. And I'm assuming you have your thesis statement done, right? And if that's the case, your introduction paragraph is already completed. You're already done. Now, if you're not confident if you did any of these right, call me over, and I'll be more than happy to look at what you wrote and give you some feedback, or once again, you can always bounce some ideas. But here's the thing. When you read these 3 in a row together, it should flow together in one nice paragraph. Like you should be able to read your attention grabber and go right into your background information and then go right into your thesis statement. And that is how you write your introduction. If that's the case, then you're already ready to move on to your body paragraphs and outlining your body paragraphs. And remember, your body paragraphs are about each different group that you are writing about. So body paragraph number 1 is going to be about your first group. All right. So the first group for me is direct victims. Body paragraph number 2 is going to be about my second group, which is witnesses and bystanders. And then body paragraph number 3 is going to be about the third group that I chose to suffer, that suffers, and that is society, right? So yours depends on what 3 you're writing about, right? And I'll have a separate video on how to write your body paragraph, but basically you just go through and you talk about each of your different groups, and then you talk about your examples that you pulled from up here. And you're ready to start putting your essay together. And that will be a separate video on how to do your body paragraphs. If you have any questions, call me over. If you are that far, then you can pause for today. And again, just take it easy and then really start to work on your body paragraphs next week. If you are confident that you can already do your body paragraphs, and I already have the video ready, or I don't have the video ready, you can just try writing it on your own, or you can wait for the second video to be provided for you. Okay?